Hello everybody and welcome back to another stream. We're back. It's been around a month since I have streamed last, so my apologies for that. That is purely because I had so much university work to be getting on with, so it was busy few weeks, but we are back finally streaming again in XP12, and we are back in the Toliss A330, right where we left off. But today we are trying out, if you haven't already seen in the title or the pinned comment, the new Mango Studios A330 Soundpack. Now they released this extremely quickly, so a huge thank you to them, and of course they did provide the channel with a copy to stream and review for you guys today. And we'll look into the Soundpack a little bit more. Of course, the Toliss A330 is a fantastic aircraft, but it did lack a little bit on sounds. So this Soundpack, I already know it's been very popular, and for good reason. So we'll be taking a look at that today in this beautiful Air Calin livery as well. This was gifted to me by a viewer of the channel, so a big thank you to them as well. And so let's go ahead and brief our routes. Hello Thomas, welcome back to the channel. Very nice to see you here. Just bought Mango. Yeah, absolutely. It is a fantastic Soundpack. Very popular. Niels, welcome. Blue skies to you too. Very nice to see you here. And of course, welcome to everyone else as well. So let's go ahead and brief the route before we get started here. As you can see, we've got passengers loading up. No idea why the jetway isn't working. I can't get it to connect. But that's just an issue with the scenery. It is just a default scenery here. It's a nice early morning flight here. So let's take a look at Navigraph then. Here we are. Hey Caleb, welcome. So we are here in New Caledonia. We've never flown from here on the channel before. I've done a few flights from here. Beautiful place. Newly discovered. And we'll be departing runway 11 here. We have a slight tailwind, but that should be fine. And we're doing the LTO 3 Echo departure. And then it's about an hour and 40 minutes today up to Nadi in Fiji. And looks like the weather up there is pretty good with VFR conditions. We'll be landing on runway 20 via the Mecca 2 Bravo. And we've got a lovely RNAV approach here. This should be a lot of fun. Of course, got Orthophoto and everything running, so it should be a nice beautiful approach. It should be slightly lighter as well once we get towards there. So as you can see, it is early morning, got lovely sky colors here, so we should hop into the aircraft and get started. I do want to say Mango Studios very kindly provided a discount code for you guys. So just for my viewers, if you use code DRISHAL, you'll get 15% off. And that will only work at the moment with the Toliss A330 Soundpack. So if you do want to go ahead and pick it up, you can get a nice discount there. And you must purchase it from the Mango Studio store for that discount to work, and the link is there in the pinned comment and in the description. So again, big thank you to Mango Studios. All right, well, let's get started here. We've got batteries, and I'm going to let you listen to these fantastic sounds here. Oh yeah, beautiful sounds. I am just gonna get... Alright. So, look at the night lighting, by the way. Very nice indeed. Looking good. No idea why FPS is dropped down a fair bit. I think that's because I'm streaming, but that's fine. We should be good. I'm actually gonna start lossless scaling here. I knew I forgot something. So let me do that real quick and get that running for you guys. There we are, nice and smooth. All right, so let's go ahead and load in the flight plan, and I'm going to show you the Mango Studios plugin menu, which you now get with the aircraft, with the Soundpack as well. So if we go here, and then Mango Studios A330 Soundpack. And so we have the, firstly we have announcements here. You can switch between American and European. And we've got all these announcements. So we'll take a look at those later. And then we have the settings tab as well. So you can control all the volumes. Passenger noise. So most of the time this will be on, right? If you're flying with passengers, if you're flying cargo, you can turn that off. And then we've got rotation noise. Which is when you rotate, and you can change the sensitivity for that. You can enable 50 to 100 callouts, so I'll leave that on, and you can change between all 4 engine options, between the Neo and the CEO as well, if you really wanted to. Of course, we're going to leave it on the Trent Rolls-Royce 7000 today, as it is the engines that are used on this aircraft at the moment, so we'll leave it on that. But very nice plug-in menu as always, very easy to use from Mango Studios. Hey Jonathan, welcome. How's it going? I'm good, thank you very much. So let's get the flight plan going here. IRS. We need to do the IRSs. See, it's been a while. Might be a little bit rusty here, guys. And nav. Alrighty, so everything over here is looking good for now. So it looks good. We are doing flight level 410, I believe. Yes, we are 410. And we can align on the reference and get the wind. Alrighty. So let's do our departure then. Right, departure. So we said we were doing runway 11. Let me bring Navigraph across here. And all this on top. Of course, Navigraph got a pretty big update today, which is fantastic. So, alright. And we can go. Get rid of this. Go back to flights. Alright, so LTO3E. Put that in. And then go to the destination arrival for the RNAV20. So RNAV20 on the Mika 2 Bravo. There it is. Novias. And here we're doing the Bibex. Alright, that looks good. We'll insert that. Just step through, make sure we haven't got any discos here. It's a pretty simple flight plan. There it is. So, init B is done. And that's all looking good. I'll put this back over here. And alright, I think we're going good. Flying the A330Neo after a long time with the Mango pack. Fantastic. Yeah, it got a big update today, didn't it? The A330Neo. Alright, so reset that to current. Takeoff. Let me just check the fuel. It says we got 13 tons. Yeah, 13.7 tons. That is what we're using today. Fantastic. And alright, we'll do the takeoff path a little bit later. Let's get the APU going here. Take a listen to this. Give it a second. There it is. Beautiful. That is a great sounding APU. All right. Still got people boarding. Very nice, using SGES, the ground services here today. And all right, let me just get rid of the. There it goes. So APU is available. APU bleed can go on. Everything else is looking good for now. Now I don't think we have. We don't have any restriction on the departure, so we can go straight up to flight level 410 today. And you can see it's getting lighter and lighter for this early morning flight. And let's set our local QNH, which is in New Caledonia. Oh, my Navigraph has just signed out. Why has it done that? Navigraph just signed out in the middle of me using it. Lovely. Let me just sign that back in. Alright. I just have to import the flight plan again to Navigraph and select my stance, select the approach as well. Alright. Hey, 9K, welcome. Is this similar to the Toliss A330 pack? For the Soundpack, it's similar in the sense that Mango Studios produced it. The sounds are, of course, different. This is a very good sound pack. A lot newer than the A340 sound pack as well. Hey, Adam, welcome. There is a new update for the sound pack. This is the latest version. I'm on the latest version. I'm not sure when the last update came out. All I know is that I am running the latest version of the sound pack. I don't have the Mango, but they sound good. Yeah, Mango Studio sound packs are always very, very good. They really are. It's Kieran from the Discord. Ah, welcome. Glad to see you here. Alright, so I have my Navigraph sorted then. Alright, so I was getting my QNH, wasn't I? 1014 is a local QNH here. Oh, listen to that sound today. That's a nice sound. I do like that. So set 1014 and continue here. We have everything on board, so let's do our takeoff performance then, and then we're gonna get the pushback going as well. Yeah, high quality sounds, absolutely. Hey, HGSim, welcome. How's it going, my friend? Have you modded your Toliss 320 for the CEO mod? I don't have the Toliss A320. The only Toliss products I have are the A340, the A330, and the A321. I do hope to get the A319 and the A320 at some point though. Maybe during the next sale or something. We'll see. 21 degrees. We don't need anti-ice. Flex is fine. Aircon will be on. That's basically the packs. And we're getting 1 plus air. Flex 74. So that's all looking good. Now what we can do is go to takeoff. What's this? This looks different. Oh, here we are. Yeah, okay. So wind, variable at 2. So we'll leave it as it is. Go flaps 1 and request the takeoff data. I'll get the A319 before the 320. So I'm very close to getting the A319 with store points. I'm only like 200 points off getting the A319 completely for free. So I might get the 320 and then that should give me more points and then get the A319. If that makes sense. But yeah, there's a couple of things I want to get from the store during the next sale and be able to showcase on the channel. So we'll go flex 74, that all looks good. And we'll put that in. Fantastic. How's the sound pack? Absolutely fantastic. Really, really good. Makes a huge difference for the Toliss A330. It really does. Let's close all the doors. Oh yeah, we need to do this first. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Call for better pushback.
Cockpit, Toliss driving up.
And now we can close all the doors. Alright, close all the cargo doors as well. So they're all closed, slides are armed, fantastic. The brakes are on. Right, textures look pretty good right now, don't they? I think, in the A330. Where was it? Oh yes, the cockpit light enhancements. Should we turn this on or off? Let me pop this out. Where's that gone? Alright, so.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Hang on. Bring that back. I don't know what OBS are doing there. I want to see if we should... No, why is it doing that? Don't do that. How do I not pop this out anymore? Is it normal? Alright, it's back to normal. Okay. So, cockpit light enhancement. Let's see if we can make this smaller. Because this setting, I don't know whether we should have it on or not. I kind of like it. I don't know why it's changing the lighting that much at night. Inside. Do we have the... We don't have the dome light on or anything, don't we? No, dome light is off. That's on storm. I think I like it off. What do you guys think? I am using lossless scaling, absolutely. Dome light can go off. Beacon can actually go on, so can all our fuel tanks. And alright, I think we're almost good to go here. Is your ground service add-on payware? It's not, it's free. It's SGES on the forums by XP Javelin. Yeah, I'm using lossless scaling, but you need a decent sort of base FPS to be able to use it. Look at this sunset, by the way. Using our good friend Burnt's Daryl Sky. Lewis script for the sky colors, and they look absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I'll put a link after I take off, absolutely. But let's get in the air first. And you can see at departure here, it's a right-hand 270-degree turn. It's a pretty cool departure here. Door is locked. And yeah, we should be good to go here. So let's... yeah, and what I like about this SGES is you can control anything. So the ISCS, you can open with, you know, when you're using a Toliss product, you can use the jetway. So it's not working at this scenery, but it does in other sceneries. And if you're at a SAM or open SAM scenery that uses that, there will be a SAM jetway button here, and then you can of course use better pushback.
Toes connected, bypass pins inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Alright. I guess... better pushback remembers from my test flight where I told it to push back, doesn't it? So, it's going to remember. Lovely.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Simple ground service, equipment and service. Yes, that is it. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, so I think we can go ahead and start the engines. Go over to start mode. And we're going to start engine number 1. And I'm going to remain quiet here, let you listen to this. Beautiful. Alright, it's a good start on engine number 1, it looks like. We'll let it stabilize and then we'll start engine number 2. Got the Tobii eye tracker going here as well. There we are, we've got a veil. So we'll start engine number 2 now. As the pushback finishes up. And we'll go ahead and select flaps 1 as well.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake. And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Beautiful. Fantastic. Alright. Is it VRAM and FPS heavy or is it easy to run? The Toliss or simple ground services? Simple ground services doesn't affect my FPS at all really. It's very, very light. The Toliss is pretty good on FPS as well. Maybe a little bit high on VRAM, but decent on FPS for me. I am quite VRAM limited on my PC. Especially when I'm streaming, it uses a lot of VRAM. A lot. So you can see that here.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
You can see here my CPU is running at almost, you know, double the frame time, or sorry, half the frame time that my GPU is running at. So I've got a big GPU limitation at the moment. Pretty much what that means. Normally it's higher. My FPS is higher, but obviously when I'm streaming, it does use a pretty big chunk of that GPU. I've got an RTX 3070 Ti 8GB of VRAM. Alright, so after engine start then, let's go ahead and turn all this good stuff on. And APU can go off. And then runway turn off lights. And the taxi light can go on. Alright, looking good. Go ahead and taxi to the runway. It's right in front of us and then we're going to backtrack. If you want to see my full PC specs, you can put exclamation specs into the chat. Then I will get it. I'm getting the Toliss A330 around Christmas time. I'll get it because in the next week or two I will have the 3060 with 12GB VRAM. Yeah, honestly, the 3060 with 12GB of VRAM performs better than my 3070 with 8GB of VRAM. I've got a friend with a 3060 and the exact same PC as me. And they straight up perform better. We clear both sides. Enter the runway. I've not flown the A330 in a while. Lighting's looking really nice though at the moment inside the cockpit. So we'll taxi, or backtrack, and then we'll turn it around and take off. Set auto brake max, and I can't remember. Does A330 auto set my trim? I can't remember. Trim is automatically set. Yeah, fantastic. All right. And what we'll do is we'll take off without the hood. There it is, and then we'll land with the hood. But they did, look at this, they improved this texture up here. I mentioned it a couple of times in my streams. You know, it looks a bit strange when you go up to, like, you know, bring the hood down and you look at this, and it was really low quality before, but they did improve that, so that's fantastic. Since the last time we flew it, it's had a couple of updates. Do takeoff config, there it is, fantastic. Nice sunrise departure here from North Caledonia. And let's get our TCAS on as well. Oh yeah, it's the new dream system, isn't it? Right. So TARA, auto, fantastic. Alright, that's all good. And we'll get all our lights on in preparation for takeoff. There it is. Alright, so we are good to go. I did a flight here, I did a long haul from here to Las Vegas. Was it Vegas? No, San Francisco. In the 777 V2 from Flight Factory the other day. Very, very nice departure out of here. Alright. So we'll flip it around here. Got lovely orthos for this area, and then I've got auto ortho for Nadi. Alright. Give it a little bit of power here. Right into that beautiful sunrise. Alright, look how the runway slopes up. Alright, so we are good for the departure here. So we'll spool them up 50%. Forward pressure on the side stick. And well, let's do a toga. Toga.
Thrust set.
Oh yeah, fantastic sounds. Absolutely amazing.
100 knots.
Release forward pressure.
V1. Rotate.
And we'll rotate.
Positive climb.
And gears going up. Fly by. Fantastic. But the flight plan doesn't know what it wants to do there. Yeah, that noise is fantastic. Huge props to Mango Studios. They've done a fantastic job. Right, so thrust climb. Beautiful. Right, hopefully the flight plan sorts itself out here. This is beautiful. Fantastic. I'm going to turn the autopilot on just for a second. I want to check something. Caleb says he can't hear. Engine sounds are to the max, Caleb. How are the sounds, guys? Is the sim sounds a bit too quiet? Do let me know. Beautiful departure. Sounds fine for me. Alright. Thank you very much. And yeah, the drawing of the flight plan is a little bit strange at the moment, but let's see what it does. It's gonna sort itself out. Flaps need to go up.
Speed check.
And
Flaps
disarm
0.
the ground spoilers. And I'm gonna do a direct to LTO. Just to help it a little bit here. Beautiful. Look at these custom orthos. Really nice mask in here. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Are you using auto? I do have auto running, so this tile I have currently down here with all this masking is a custom generated Ortho for XP tile from Ortho for XP 1.4. But then when we land in Fiji and the rest of the island here off in the distance is all auto. Turn up your volume if I were you, because if I turn my volume down I can still hear Drishal nice and clearly, but the engines are hard to hear when on low volume. Yeah, it might be the volume. If you guys want, I can turn the engine sounds, I can turn the sim sounds up a little bit. So I can do that. Let me know how that is. Look at that. Yeah, this masking is custom from Ortho for XP 1.4. Ortho won't give you this. But yeah, I am going to do a tutorial on Ortho for XP 1.4 so you can get this kind of masking here. As you can see the shallow waters there. It looks really nice, especially at these island destinations. And the sun's rising, looking absolutely fantastic. Using burnt sky colors. They are beautiful. I actually stopped using blue effects. I've got it turned off at the moment. For no reason in particular other than I kind of prefer just how this looks right here. I think it looks good enough. Installed in SGES. Do I put the folder in the plugins folder or do I put the Lua somewhere? Put everything in the Lua scripts folder. Everything goes in the Lua scripts folder. Go standard on the altimeter and the lights can come off. There we are, seatbelt signs off as well. Beautiful. Very, very nice. Also for XP 1.4 didn't work for me. There's a specific way of doing it. It's sort of very similar to 1.3. But yeah, like I said, I will be doing a video on it. I'm actually using a fork of 1.4. So it's someone has taken Ortho for XP 1.4 with the permission of the developer of 1.4, and then sort of simplified parts of it, simplified the UI, added some really cool features. Have you got a video on Ortho for XP and Auto, or will X Organizer sort it out in the INI for me? X Organizer will sort it out for me, but if you're using Ortho for XP and Auto together, all you have to do is make sure your Ortho for XP tiles are higher than your Auto. So, for example, now that's an Ortho for XP tile behind me, and so right now that's above Auto in my INI, and therefore Auto is going to ignore this tile and not generate anything for this tile because it knows that Ortho for XP already has done that. And then when we fly out of the area, it will of course start, you know, importing the satellite imagery. So it is pretty much a straight run here. Really not much to do. It's about an hour and 40 minutes roughly. Can you link the fork? Yes, let me try and find it here. Can't remember the name. Right. Yeah, here it is. So it's by Shred86. So I'll put a link to the GitHub page. There it is. And yeah, so basically they have updated the UI a little bit and added some really cool features into it as well. Now in terms of 1.4 versus 1.3, 1.4 has a fair few new features behind the scenes. So it has full support for all the new XP12 features, such as seasons and the new bathymetry. So, you know, on coastlines, that's how we can get the really nice looking coastlines and sort of shallow water effect and all of that stuff. Yeah, it's just better support for XP12 really. Now, if you're flying up high in airliners, you might not see too much of a difference, to be completely honest. You will see more of a difference with coastlines and seasons and stuff like that. Is really what it's all about. And you do exactly what you do for 1.3. You can, yeah. So I've actually updated the settings that I used to use for 1.3. I'm using some different settings for 1.4. I will of course share those in my video. And I was sort of messing around with the masks and the coastline masks. Before I used to have them on something like 10, which is 10 meters. But what you can do is in places like Honolulu or such as an island airport like this or Ibiza, where you have that shallow water light blue effect. If you increase that to 500 meters or even a kilometer sometimes, it makes a massive difference. So I've done that. It just makes the file size a tiny little bit bigger, but it does look really nice. So I'll explain all that in the video I make about it. When I get my new computer and push my graphics to maximum, I can put them without lag. Yeah, that's sort of what I did, and then turned it down a little bit, just to keep temperatures and all that sort of stuff under control. Hey Santiago, welcome. Anyone know why Toliss haven't made the A330-300? So I've got no idea why Toliss went for the A330-900Neo. I don't know what the decision making behind that was, but I do believe they are making an A330-300 probably as an expansion pack. I hope that hasn't been confirmed by them, but I do believe that they will make the CEO variants, due to their popularity, as an expansion, like they did with the A321, where they made the CEO and they made the Neo as an expansion. That's what I'm hoping, anyway. Yeah, I'll make a video as soon as I can. I am quite busy with uni work, and I do have some other projects I'm already working on, but I will do my absolute best, absolutely. Yeah, I can post the settings in Discord. I'm still fine-tuning them, but I'll post settings in Discord for sure. In fact, I think I already have, but that would have been almost a month ago, so I'll repost them at some point. Looking good. We're using Visual XP Clouds today. And yeah, this is pretty much it. Just hopping over the ocean. We are live time, so if we go to here, it says we'll reach top of descent at 1940 Zulu. It's 1841 Zulu, so in 1 hour exactly, or well 59 minutes, we should hit our top of descent. Does anyone know how long the release between 321 CEO and Neo expansion was? As CEO was out first, even Carter made the Leap PW mod for it before the Neo came. Yeah, I can't remember how long it was, to be honest. Can't remember. I think Toliss at the moment are focused on updating the previous aircraft, like the 320 got an update today. I think the 319, 321 and the A340 will probably get similar updates, bring them up to standard to the A330, and then they'll look at the expansion hopefully. You got to use Visual XP weather so the clouds don't look like that. They normally look okay. Sometimes it does this where it gets quite flat. Why do we have something coming through on our radio? Let me just stop listening to those. There we are. Yeah, the thing is with Visual XP weather is it's really not very realistic. The you know, the METAR and stuff. At least when I did my testing, so I use default XP12 live weather. I do have Active Sky. I might give it another go, but last time I tried, Active Sky was about as accurate as default Explain. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to Visual XP's next update. I've got no idea when it's coming, but hopefully soon. I put my simple ground service Lua files into script folder. Where do I put the other one? So the folders put in the scripts folder as well. The folders that come with it put in the scripts folder as well. Do you think the default author for XP 1.4 settings are at least good enough? No, I think you do need to change some of the settings, especially the decals. So there's a setting which will automatically apply decals to all your orthos, and that makes a massive difference close to the ground. It makes a huge difference. I do think the settings need a bit of adjustment for them to look really good. Yeah, I think Calum, the A340 is so different to the A319, 20, and 21. I think a lot of the updates that they do to the, you know, 319, 321, 320 family, can almost be sort of copied across in the sense that they're very, very similar aircraft, especially in terms of the systems. I think that's why those are quick, and then the A340 is, you know, a whole different kettle of fish, as it were. But yeah, hopefully it comes soon. Hopefully it comes soon. I know the A330Neo came out in, what was it, April or May of last year, and then the A340 got an update in, what was it, October, November last year, so about 6 months after. But I think we can expect the Toliss, the A340 update, probably early next year, I would expect, or maybe if they're really quick, it'll be this year. I do like how the 320 series of aircraft look in the cockpit. I do. They are just a little bit better in terms of the cockpit textures. I do agree. But I think the A330 and 340 look okay to me. This time the A339 is based off the A340. Early cockpit previews looked basically identical to the A340. Has some A340 features at first, so maybe it'll be a bit easier. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. You make a good point there, Calum. Absolutely. I don't see your settings in your Discord for 1.40. Yeah, it was a while ago that I posted them, so I'll repost them. I'll repost them for sure. Beautiful. The clouds over there looking nice. Beautiful sounds. Makes a massive difference, it really does. This is a lovely livery as well. Those clouds there look nice. Very happy with my Visual XP cloud settings. I've been fine-tuning them yesterday. You can see the cloud settings there. They're a bit unusual. Cloud density 1%, cloudiness, sunlight strength max. This is because when I turn them off, as you can see, they look, you know, the clouds go a pretty strange color. That's just due to the sky colors Lua script I'm using, so I kind of have to counter using Visual XP clouds. So these settings might not work for everyone, but what's working for me at the moment. I really want the any A300, 310 and Beluga, but I can't get them, so I got the Crim and soft A310 is really bad. Yeah, I've not even looked at that, to be completely honest. The Indie Builds aircraft, when they came out, were absolutely fantastic. You know, they were as high quality as Toliss, really. They set a new bar. It's just very unfortunate that they decided not to continue that line of products. I mean, I had the A310 first from Indie Builds, and they never updated the XP12, so that, you know, that was really annoying, because I really enjoyed that aircraft, the A310. It had a great range. You know, you could do some proper long hauls with that aircraft, and I do miss it. I really do, in XP12. And then, so I thought, okay. I had the Beluga as well. Of course, you can only do limited operations with that. So then I was like, okay, I'll get the A300, because they updated that to XP12. And now they've dropped compatibility for it, which I do not agree with. I've made my stance on that pretty clear. But there you go. Yeah, disappointed. I hope another dev team can come in and update them, and, you know, do whatever needs doing to them. Because the A310, I really, really want that back in XP12, just because you can do some nice long hauls with it. You know, the A300 is great. I really like it, but you can't do a long haul with it. You know, I think it's only got a 7-8 hour endurance. I guess that's a long haul, but I like doing overnight long hauls, so I'm talking 10 to 15 hours sort of thing. And, you know, the Indie Builds, well, the A310 in real life can do that kind of range. So I mean, I like Indie Builds. I like their Microsoft Flight Sim products. I'm not sure what to think about their new pricing structure for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. I purchased a load of scenery from them a few months ago, and now I'm not sure if I want to pay to re-upgrade all my stuff to Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. You know, Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 in general is quite expensive. You know, especially if you want the premium deluxe pack with the 787 and all that good stuff. It's an expensive upgrade, and then you got to upgrade aircraft and upgrade scenery. It's going to get expensive quite quickly. So I'm probably going to get Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. I'll have to see what it's like when it releases and then make a decision. It is expensive. So yeah, I'll have to see. Yeah, the A300 and Microsoft Flight Sim is great, yeah, but I want a good one in for X-Plane as well, absolutely. Yeah, 9K, I agree, absolutely. Can you post your author for XP settings now? Just take a quick screenshot and then post it. Yeah, sure, let me see if I can do that for you. So my settings are actually here, but the mask width here, the custom dem, ignore this, leave that, go to the drop down and just select viewfinder panoramas. I'll do a video on how this works, but ignore this. Mask width you will have to change depending on where you are. So 1000 is 1 kilometer for the mask for the coastlines. Yeah, just you might have to change that, but everything else is pretty good. But mask width maybe just set to 50 for now, I'd say, unless you know what you're doing when it comes to that. Simple ground services apparently going to take 3 hours. For what? To move or unzip? You see our equitime point there? We are now at cruise altitude. Do you need a custom dem? You don't. No, you don't need a custom dem. Essentially, the dem is terrain data, which for your mesh. Now, if you want a custom dem, you can do that. So you can either leave it blank, select viewfinder panoramas, which will give you the whole world anyway. That's what Orthophoto uses by default. But for places like Iceland and really far up north like Svalbard, X-Plane doesn't have mesh for that stuff. So you need to use a external custom mesh. If you know what you're doing, then you can go for it for sure, but I am going to do a separate video on that anyway, at some point. To copy into the folder, and now somehow 7 hours. Did you unzip the folder first, 9K? The issue I have with Windows sometimes is if I don't unzip a folder and I try and copy directly out the folder, it'll take ages. So I sort of have to cancel it, unzip, and then, yeah, 9K, I'd suggest, yes, I would suggest unzipping and then copying the files across. Hey, Skylar, welcome. How's it going? New Aerospace 8X preview just dropped in the forum. Ooh, let's take a look at that. That's exciting. Thank you for letting me know. And we are going to use the Azul livery at some point, and the 777 livery as well. Yeah, for Iceland you'll get orthos, but it'll be flat. That's the issue. It'll be flat. Right, let me bring this up on screen here. So, oh, a couple of things have dropped in the forum. Right, Aerobas. Let me find this real quick. Right, where is it? It copied over, fantastic. Why can't I find the... Ah, I think I found it. Is it in the Aerobas 8X area? On like page 87? Ah, okay, I see, right. Found it. Here it is. F8X black matte livery KTEB work in progress. Look at that, that looks cool. Oh yeah. Look at this. DA, horrible textures. Ooh, what are you talking about? You're talking about the A330 here? Because they are not horrible textures. That looks cool. Not allowed to make real life liveries. If they're working on liveries, yeah, it must be close. It must be close, surely. Hey Andrew, welcome. Good morning, Trishi from 1G. 1G, oh, where's that? I've never heard of that. Nevertheless, welcome. Any thoughts on Flight Factor 777V2? Honestly, one of my favorite airliners at the moment in the sim. It is absolutely fantastic. Highly, highly recommend. It is still in beta, so there's, you know, every now and then it updates and we get a few bugs and stuff. So right now there's a couple of replay bugs. So, you know, do bear that in mind. It is a beta product, but it's very, very good. It really is. Highly recommend. Yeah, really excited for the Aerobas 8X. I was flying the Aerobas Epic E1000 the other day, and oh, that is so much fun. I was flying it up in northern Canada, like far north Canada. Great fun. I think we're going to do some of that kind of flying on the sim a little bit more as well in that beautiful turboprop aircraft. Aerobas have some fantastic products. I have the, of course, the freeware Robin DR401, one of the best general aviation aircraft in X-Plane. And then I've got the Epic E1000, the Aerobas Epic Victory Jet, and then I have the DA62 as well. Yeah, really good. Actually, I'm not too sure how 2029 is. Haven't got much motivation to fly and test it. Yeah, I did one flight on it the other day and it flew fine for me. Just had a couple of replay bugs where, you know, reversers didn't deploy. I didn't have engine sounds in replay, but for the actual flying, it was fine. Beautiful. With the 8X with Falcon Eye and everything, are they going to simulate all that? Wow. We've not had a Falcon in the sim. I presume there's going to be some things that they can't reproduce. But I can't wait for that. That's going to be a great product. You can get water salutes. Yeah, SGES has a lot. There's a lot. Every time I fly the 777, I submit around 5 new bug reports. Well, that's good. Helps flight factor, I guess. Yeah, so what do you guys prefer? Do you prefer the cockpit light enhancement on, like this? Or off? Which is a lot darker. It's more like the A3, you know, the 20 series. Would you prefer it on? I don't know. I think I prefer it on, maybe, actually. You can see a bit more of the cockpit. If Toliss can work with the hood, maybe Aerobas can get the terrain show as well. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I'll tell you, that is something you can't do in Microsoft Flight Sim, full stop. X-Plane is great for this kind of stuff. It really is. If it's going to happen in any sim, it's going to happen in X-Plane, right? So, yeah, fantastic. Alright, so about west top of the descent, 1940 Zulu, about 40 minutes to go. So, what's going to come up in the next few weeks? I do have some videos in the works, of course, for the Orthophoto XP videos and all that good stuff. In terms of streams, I have a couple of liveries to show off on the A330. So, we're using the Air Cali livery, which was given to me. Today I'm then going to do a flight in the beautiful Azul livery that our very own Skylar has made, and it's a fantastic Azul livery. Do go ahead and check it out on the forums. So we're going to use that, and then Mr. Tom Can Fly from Canvas Liveries also provided me with a Virgin Atlantic livery as well, which I think we used it on our last stream actually, didn't we? If I remember right. Of course, I think at some point we'll take a look at the fly-by-wire A380 as well. Just at the moment, that thing absolutely eats my VRAM for breakfast, and trying to stream while using that, I have a feeling it's going to be impossible. My performance on it is already pretty bad. I am using the 4K version, which is the lowest res version you can find. I know someone has downscaled textures even more, so I might try that on flightsim.to. Of course, I've tried removing the cabin as well, but it just, you know, with 8 gig of VRAM, it ain't working. So it's a great aircraft, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it stutters like crazy, and I feel like streaming on top of that is not going to help. So we'll try that maybe if I can get the performance to work. But yeah, that's a good aircraft. And then I still have a F-18 Soundpack to show you guys in Microsoft Flight Sim. I might do that as a video actually though. SSG got an update as well, really? Oh yeah. Let's take a look at this. Version 2.8 by FPS. So it's now under FPS. That's cool. Alright, let's take a look at the changelog here then. I don't have the SSG, but I am definitely very interested in it. So let's take a look. We've released a new SSG 7478 version 2.8 by FPS. New version has been in beta test for more than 6 months, with many beta testers that followed this huge update in flight dynamics, manual, automated navigation guidance, flight performance, fuel consumption, MCDU, features like speed restrictions, arrival approaches, 100% fully compatible with SimBrief and Navigraph, better ND magenta line presentation, and other small features. Alright, so it's available on Skunkcraft as well. So, changelog version 2.8, release 1. So, bug fixes here. New algorithms, SID, improved VNAV, improved auto throttle. There's a lot going on here. Fmod updated, so sounds updated as well. Oh wow, it's on sale as well for $43. Wow. Very cool. We'll maybe we'll try and take a look at that in a future stream. That's another one to stream then, I guess. Just asked in FS Discord if 2024 will have taxicam. Hopefully I get response. Yeah, I doubt it, but I hope it will, for sure. Yeah, if I get Microsoft Flight Sim in 2024, I have to delete 2020 straight away, which is the concern. I don't delete 2020 until I'm happy with 2024, but I don't have the space for both at the moment. So I'll have to see. Can I suggest flights from OMDB to Singapore is fun because you have to dodge thunderstorms. Yeah, that is a fun route. I've flown that a few times for long haul. A bit long for streams. I tend to try and keep streams sort of between an hour or 2 hour flight time, somewhere around there. Sometimes 2 sectors. But you know, if we have some long haul streams, we can do split streams. I think Skylar suggested that before I sort of took the break, where we stream our takeoff and then, you know, let it run overnight and stream the landing. I think there's a rush to release aircraft because the year is almost ending. Potentially. I hope things don't get rushed. I think promises were probably made for 2024 and things are coming out now. Either way, it's going to be good. Definitely going to be good. I'll see if we can get a copy of the 747 to stream. Definitely something I want to take a look at. Be nice to have another long haul Boeing in the sim. I did get the Magnite 787. And we did stream it, but I've just not had any luck with that at all. I've barely been able to complete a flight because the autopilot just decides to go off and fly in circles. Yeah, so not happy with that. The only Boeings we have for long haul in the sim right now, we've got the 777, which is a proper long hauler. You can take the 767 long haul, but you will be struggling for fuel. I did a 12-hour last night, and that was pretty much the max endurance. Unless you use the 400 ER or the 200 ER, they've got some pretty good range. But yeah, it'd be nice to have the 747 as well. MSF 2024 will not have taxicam. Yeah, what a surprise. I thought so. I think that kind of stuff is just too hard to implement in with their SDK, which is a shame. .75 can do a fair amount as well. Yeah, I've not tried 75 on a proper long haul, but I don't think its endurance is much more than 10 hours, is it? Also have 321 Neo LR. Yeah, the 321 XLR is crazy. It really is. I know Iberia are going to get theirs next year, aren't they? Their 321 XLR. Yeah, I don't think we can expect anything like that. I think that's too advanced for Microsoft Flight Sim anyway, for what Microsoft Flight Sim needs. It is definitely a shame. Yeah, Skylar, that is true. That's the issue. there's so many SDK limitations on Microsoft Flight Sim for certain things. It's just, I really hope that they open up the SDK a little bit. You know, it's like FS Realistic can't move your camera horizontally. You know, when you're turning on taxiway or something. It just seems like a very silly limitation to have. You know, XP Realistic can do anything it wants, almost. So that's definitely something that's quite strange. Some drama in Flight Sim scenery. Flightbeam has evidenced BM World and AmSim pirate scenery from other devs and released their own. Oh no, I hope not. Flightbeam has some great products. They really do. I've always avoided BM World and AmSim though, just because what I've seen on reviews, the quality doesn't seem as good. But I know Flightbeam has some great sceneries. Most recently, SFO, right? San Francisco. Hey, Antonio, welcome. How's it going? Beautiful. Nice livery. Very, very nice livery. So almost at our equitime point. Are you using Mango Sounds? I am, absolutely. Yep, Mango Studios Soundpack. And if anyone does want to pick up the Soundpack, then you can get 15% off using code Drishal. So yeah, I'll have to see about Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. I am interested for sure, but the main issue is if I download Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, I have to delete Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 because I do not have space on my PC for both. So I have to be sure that I'm 100% committing to 2024 if I do switch. So I might wait for the main aircraft like Phoenix, PMDG, iFly to all have their stuff updated. Wait for some scenery to be updated because you know Microsoft Flight Sim default scenery is not good unless it's handcrafted. So yeah, I might wait for things to get updated. Hopefully get bugs sorted in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 because I remember how much of a mess 2020 was when that came out. So yeah, maybe we'll wait on 2024 a little bit and then yeah, we'll see. People on a roll. Toliss 320 got an update. Though no Dreams or 330 features yet. New circuit breakers. Yeah, I saw that. I hope they get Dreams and stuff. That's pretty cool. I think they updated the ISCS as well. Spirit Airlines going bankrupt. I saw this. I think they are preparing to file, aren't they? Yeah, I won't be removing XP12. It's my main sim. XP12 would definitely not be going. I might be able to put 2024 on my PC if I delete all the world updates and stuff from Microsoft Flight Sim. I'll have to see. I'll have to see. Or I might just move Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 to an external drive, just for safekeeping sort of thing. So yeah, like you say, Skylar, I might move 2020 to an external drive and then install Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 and either, you know, keep it, or if I'm going to wait a little bit, then switch it. Yeah, so I have 2 external drives right now and both are full up. So even my external drives are almost full. Additionally, they're hybrid drives and one's an SSD, and I don't really want to run Microsoft Flight Sim off anything that's not my NVMe on my local C drive, for performance reasons. So if I am going to run Microsoft Flight Sim, then it'll be on my C drive. Because my SSD is full and the other hard drive I have is a hybrid drive, and that will probably, I think, be too slow, to be honest, to run Microsoft Flight Sim off. But I'll try and figure something out for sure. Are they dedicated external drives or just enclosures? They are dedicated. I got 2 terabyte. So I got 2 terabyte SSD, which is full of orthos and only orthos. And then I've got a hybrid drive which has all of my X-plane scenery. So I moved all of my X-plane scenery, all of my airports, all of my libraries to an external hybrid drive, and that seems to run okay. Loading times are a little bit longer, but it you know, in the sim it runs fine. But X-plane 12 just on its own is on my C drive, which is an NVMe. And Microsoft Flight Sim is also on an NVMe. You could probably get more if you get internal SSDs plus enclosures. Yeah, I'll have to see. I need to work something out without it being too expensive. The only reason I've used these current external drives is because I just had them, you know, lying around. They didn't cost me anything, so I thought I might as well use them. Buy a new Mega Machine, which you need to get 2024 to run smoothly. Yeah, that's the other issue as well, is how will it run? Well, what I've seen, it apparently has better performance in 2020, but I do get a fair bit of stutters and high VRAM usage on Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. So again, this is what I'll have to look at, because I won't be upgrading my PC for at least 6 months, because I just got a new PC like 3 or 4 months ago. The CPU should be okay. It's a Ryzen 7 7800 X3D. I've got 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, so that's not an issue. It's more my graphics card. So if I'm going to upgrade that, it's going to be a graphics card upgrade, but that's expensive. So I'll have to see. 14 knot tailwind on final. Oh no, you should probably switch runway there, Caleb. Hey, Mint Miller, welcome. How's it been? Yeah, it's been a long while. I've been good, thank you. How have you been? Alright, so about 200 nautical miles to go till our top of descent here. Held out 9 knot crosswind now. I've done that before. Switch runway to tailwind. Yeah, winds can change quite quick, so that's true. The thing with external enclosures is that you can choose which brand of storage to use. I use Samsung 870 Evos, but you can definitely get a Kingston or something. I think these are Kingston, or they might be Seagate. I can't remember, to be completely honest. But yeah, they're working fine for me at the moment. You know, I've got no issues. It's just, you know, I only have about 200 gigs spare. Obviously don't want to fill up my C drive. I need space for other stuff as well, you know, non-flight sim related. All my university work and softwares, engineering software that I use for that. I am tempted to just get another 2TB NVMe. I've got 2 NVMe slots on my motherboard, so I've got a 2TB NVMe right now. I might get another 2TB NVMe again. That'll, you know, give me another 2TB NVMe, nice and fast on the motherboard. Hey Emre, welcome. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I apologize if not, but welcome to the channel. I have 300 gig left on the 870 Evo. It's 4 ter. Oh wow, yeah, that's not a lot left in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, its ortho just takes up a lot of space. It really does. Microsoft Flight Sim is like 800, something like 800 gig I think at the moment with all the world updates and add-ons and stuff. So yeah, my X-Plane scenery is a fair bit. I moved that to a different external drive. My Microsoft Flight Sim, most of my scenery is on an external drive, you know, via Orbex library and stuff like that. So everything is as external as can be. The thing with Microsoft Flight Sim is when I start moving, especially larger airports, to an external drive, then I get a lot of stutters. In X-Plane I don't. Once things load, they're loaded. I don't get stutters. With Microsoft Flight Sim, things are on an external drive, you know, when it loads the airport in on final, I get a lot of stutters. So that's why I kind of avoid that. Nailed it. Oh, fantastic. I'm very glad. I'm very glad. I mean, SATA will be cheaper than NVMe while still working decently. Yeah, but then sometimes it's like, do I just go for it and go for an NVMe? I need to look at my options, to be honest. Like I said, I'm happy with what I've got right now. I've got everything I need, sort of thing. It's just really with Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 coming out, I'll have to make a decision, probably based on compatibility. If aircraft like the Phoenix, PMDG are compatible enough with 2024, then I'll switch. If it's going to take a while, I'll probably wait, because those are, you know, the main aircraft I'm flying. So I'll definitely be waiting in that case. Been obsessed with the fly-by-wire A380, which is probably the only plane that I really love on Microsoft Flight Sim, but it's tough on GPU. And the new Nvidia update made it worse. So X-Plane is home for me. Yes. I've not upgraded my drivers because I've heard that the latest drivers are causing issues, especially on Microsoft Flight Sim. So I've not updated yet. Yeah, the A380 is a great aircraft. But yeah, my 8 gig of VRAM does not handle it. Especially when landing to somewhere like Dubai or London Heathrow, it really struggles. FPS just drops off like an absolute stone, you know, so it struggles. 8 gig of VRAM. I really think nowadays you need 16 at least. You really do. Skylet, yes. Wow, takeoff landing rates are around 17 gigabytes per video. Yeah, you know, I keep a lot of the raw footage I use in my videos. Just, you know, because now I'm monetized and all that good stuff. I need evidence that the videos are mine. You know, people can put copyright claims, they can copyright on anything. So, you know, it's recommended you keep your raw footage from your videos, just in case. You know, it's a good way to prove that your videos are actually yours. It's happened to many people I know where they've got you know, fake copyright infringements and then had to prove that the video is theirs and they made it and all that stuff. So yeah, that videos take up a huge amount of space. They really do. I know exactly what you mean. You know, sometimes a 10-minute video and I'll have 60 gigabytes of raw footage, which I then have to, you know, store somewhere for a little while. My 32 gig of RAM can't survive 4K A380 on Dubai. Yeah, mine can't either. Remember, the money you save on SATA, you can buy a large drive. That's true, yeah. It's a fine balancing act, isn't it? The new Nvidia is crazy, it changes everything. It made new Nvidia update complete overhaul of the whole system. It's not a regular update, is it? I'll have to take a look at exactly what it is. I might do a clean update using DDU and then completely, you know, clean reinstall, maybe. Scared because I bought Pocket 3, love 10-bit color, concerned about the space. Yeah, I've been recording some of my flight lessons with a GoPro, and the videos on actually they're not too bad. But you know, recording over an hour's of footage, yeah, it ends up being a fairly chunky file. Really happy with how these clouds are looking at the moment. You know, from Visual XP. Let's see, top of descent, 1939, 1923, so we're looking at about 15 minutes to go. I'm actually not super happy with the course I'm planning. The flight school doesn't allow filming even on intro flight. Really? The flight school doesn't allow filming. Interesting. I know some do. My flight school and sort of my instructor, I've all permission from them. They just said, look, film whatever you want. As long as your instructor is happy with putting out whatever is on the video, you know, putting it on YouTube. Just make sure that it doesn't interfere with your actual flying. You know, don't make sure you're not focused on your filming when you should be focused on flying. You know, which is a very, very fair comment. So, what I tend to do is you know, my instructor will give me an extra sort of 5 minutes to set up my GoPro, and it only takes, you know, literally 2 minutes to set up my GoPro. I've got a splitter cable for my headset, so obviously the speaker cable from my headset I plug into the aircraft, but then I've got a splitter and another cable which plugs into my phone, which I then record the ATC and sort of my voice and my instructor and all that on my phone. So that's how I've got my recording set up for that. Only takes like 2 seconds, but all I do, turn the camera on, start recording, and then I forget about it until I land. You know, after that, it's purely focused on flying. I don't start or stop the filming in flight, because then, you know, it is a distraction, especially when you're trying to learn. But, you know, my instructor gives me an extra 5 minutes when I'm doing the walk around on the aircraft, so I, you know, do all the checks, set up my GoPro and everything, and then instructor will walk out to the aircraft, and we'll, you know, or sometimes we'll go back in, do our brief, come back out, and you know, go flying. So it's, for me, it's not a distraction. My flying's been going pretty decent anyway, you know, not really having any issues so far. But yeah, I can kind of understand where the flight school is coming from, but I feel like it should be your decision. But yeah, I see how it can be distracting, for sure. I tend to just, you know, set it up and then record and completely forget about it. Antonio, is it? I think the law in the UK, I checked everything out, the law in the UK is different. We are, I think, yeah, you can't record when it's commercial flying. I think for, you know, private flying, you can. Maybe instructing is different in the US. At least in the UK, they're completely, you know, fine with it. A lot of people have done it in the UK. Drivers on the road aren't even allowed to use navigation until they get a full license. Really? In the UK, we do our part of our driving test. Is, you know, partly you'll follow the, you know, where your instructor says turn left, turn right, whatever, and then half of it, part of your test, is actually following a GPS, a navigation device. That's actually part of the test here. Europe using more common sense. I mean, a navigation device, I can see how it could be distracting if you're focused on trying to set it up. As long as it's set up beforehand, it's not really a distraction, you know. And I feel like you should learn how to use one before you get your license, right? You should learn all about all of that. Your instructor, you know, for us, our instructor teaches us, you know. No hands-free either. Wow, that is very strict. Very strict. Yeah, we don't have any of that here. Of course, no phones. That's, you know, obvious. But the rules before you get your license and after you get your license are pretty much the same here. Although they are trying to implement here in the UK that if you're, because here in the UK we can get our learner's license when we're 17, and then, you know, if you pass your test you can drive. So we can drive from 17 here in the UK. I passed my driving test when I was 17, and at that point then you have a full license and you know you can drive as anyone else. But they are trying to implement where you can't have anyone else your age in the car until you're 21, which is an interesting one. I'm glad that won't affect me. You know, the first thing you do when you get your driving license is, you know, go pick up your mates and go driving around, right? Safely, obviously, but yeah, it's an interesting one. It takes 3 years minimum to get the full license here. What, a driving license? Wow. You can get your provisional from 16. Yeah, that's true actually. And you can get a moped with 17. Yeah, that's true actually. That is very true. Very true. Right, shouldn't be too far away now. About 80 miles from our top of descent. Yeah, Calum, yeah, that's what I was talking about, the graduated license. Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. Like I said, glad it won't affect me. Learners for a year minimum, then a novice license for 2 years after. Wow, that's interesting. Here, the only minimum that you have is you must take 10 hours worth of driving lessons. And then after that, if you pass your test, you pass your test. You know, you could do it in a week if you really wanted to. I mean, you probably won't, but you could in theory. There's no time limit. I've been to Denmark, Germany, Italy and France, but I really want to go to England. I went to Europe on the Norwegian 787. Oh, fantastic. That's really cool. Yeah, funnily enough, those countries I want to visit. You know, I want to visit Denmark, Sweden, Norway, Italy, all of those places. I've been Prague. Prague is very nice. Very, very nice city. Can only bring one non-family passenger while you have the novice license. Yeah, I think that's what the UK government are trying to replicate over here. Yeah, all I can say is I'm glad it won't affect me. I know the first thing, when I passed my test, first thing I did is me and my mates went cinema. You know, picked them all up and off we went to the cinema. Watched, I can't remember what the movie was that we watched now. It was a good few years ago. But yeah, that's one of the best bits. As long as you're safe, you know, you're not gonna drive, you know, unsafe. But you know, driving with your mates is a lot of fun. Yeah, so Skylar, actually, so here when we do our driving test, we get asked a series of potential questions. So some are show me questions, as they're called, where during your test they'll tell you to show them how to do something. Could be show me how to turn your hazard lights on, or it could be show me how to operate the windows, or something, you know, fairly simple like that. And then you also get a technical question like how do you change the oil, or what's the tread depth that you need legally on your tires, that sort of thing. My instructor, so it was a cold morning when I had my test, and it was misty and foggy, so I had to turn on the you know, the demister on the windscreen. And so then what my instructor did is, because he knew I already knew how to use it, he just asked me, can you turn on the demister, which I had already done. So that was quite nice of him. He knew I was going to get that right, so he asked me that. They're generally quite nice here when it comes to the driving tests. Yeah, Calum, that's the problem. A lot of people, there's a lot of car crashes in the UK, young people with their friends trying to show off, lose control, crash, and many lead, unfortunately, to fatalities. So I understand why they're bringing, why they're bringing these kind of things in. But kind of, other people messing around, making bad decisions kind of ruins it for, other people. Exactly, Caleb. What if, it's like when I passed my test, me and my sister used to go to the same school, right? Obviously she's a few years younger than me, but we used to go to the same school. So when I passed my test, I'd take both of us to and from school or college. With this new rule, I wouldn't have been able to do that. And it just seems silly that you can't take your own sibling somewhere, or you can't take, if you got a friend that lives near you, you can't take your friend with you, kind of thing. How do you change the oil? Yeah, they do ask that. They do. Oh, sorry, not change the oil. Check the oil. Check the oil, not change the oil. Although I do think changing the oil is pretty good skill to have. Changing the tire, changing the oil. I learned how to, being studying engineering and being interested in it, I learned how to service my own car. That was something me and my dad did. Did a full oil change, changed the air filter, all of that good stuff. Wow, 217.30. That's crazy. That's where you draw the line. It's just, that's stupid, to be honest. So dangerous. I do think, we've got to be safe on the roads. It can get very dangerous very quickly. It really can. But as long as you're sensible, you should be okay. Alright, not too far to go. Let's start looking at our landing performance. It will be dry, anti-ice will be off, all of this is good to go. Click compute. And brake low for the auto brake should do is just fine. So we'll do that. Low. There it is. And row up will go to dry. In the US, different states have different laws for many different things, including driving tests, but for the most part, the rules are pretty universal. Yeah, I know the US, there's, different laws for different states, right? But I guess most of them are somewhat similar. Probably safe to assume that people are sensible while driving, regardless of who they are. Yeah, you kind of figure that out when you start driving and you realize how many people can't actually drive. On the road, you got to be so careful. You really do. Within a year of passing my test, I was stopped at a junction waiting to turn right. So I was obviously in the UK we drive on the left, so I was waiting to turn right, waiting for the opposite traffic, oncoming traffic, so a clear spot so I can turn. Like doing the left turn in the US or anywhere else really, wait for the oncoming traffic. And so I was stood still, indicating, and I got rear-ended at like 40 miles an hour. Car written off within a year. Insurance went up, even though the accident wasn't my fault. Yeah, you got to be careful, and that's the issue here in the UK. Then insurance goes up. For me personally, it went up a lot, even though the accident was not my fault. Obviously, the car got written off. Had to get a new car. It was terrible. It really was. And the other driver just didn't see me. Didn't realize that we were stopped. Yeah. Oh yeah. Get a dash cam. Oh yeah. They were this other driver was trying to blame it on me, saying that I braked. I stopped last minute and I wasn't indicating or whatever, which is still, regardless, isn't an excuse of them rear-ending me. They should have kept appropriate distance. Anyway, I didn't. I'd done everything correctly. As soon as we said we have dash cam, they started telling the truth. Dash cam is so important to be able to prove what happened. yeah, it's almost essential. And to be honest, I don't completely understand why a lot of the new cars don't have some sort of dash cam system in place by default. You know, there's all these other great features. I think a dash cam should be in all the newer cars by default, automatic recording if it gets hit, you know, all that sort of stuff. I think Tesla has something, but I think, you know, other car manufacturers should have them. Because, yeah, dash cam, very important. Rear ending is 100% the other driver's fault in New York. Yeah, I mean, it can't be the person in front who got rear-ended. It can't be their fault, can it, realistically? You know, even if they did slam the brakes, it's still the person behind's fault. They should have kept a safe distance, right? So, yeah. So we can get ready for our descent here. No restriction on our descent, so we'll go straight down to 10,000 for now. Thing is that insurance here doesn't always take dashcam footage anyways. It's the reviewer's discretion. Really? Wow. I'm pretty sure here it's, if there is dashcam footage, they are going to take a look at it for sure. I'm pretty sure that's the policy here. How do you see X-Plane after the release of 2024? I think it's going to take a hit, but people are eventually going to come back. I actually think 2024... I don't think X-Plane is going to take a hit, because I think if people have moved to 2020, you know, they've moved. They're gone. I don't think 2024 is going to improve on 2020 so much that people who didn't want to move to 2020 now want to move to 2024. It might even be the opposite. I know a lot of devs are actually planning to come back to X-Plane after moving to 2020 for various reasons. I've heard, you know, so I don't think X-Plane is going to take a hit as such. Maybe some developers might move, some developers might even come back. Who knows? We'll have to see. I don't think the release of 2024 is going to have a huge hit on X-Plane users, just because the improvements they've made are mainly visual. Unless the flight model is substantially better and is really up to par with X-Plane, which I don't think it is after having tried it. I don't think it is, you know, based on my own real-world experience. Flying the real-world Cessna 152, I don't think it is up to par with X-Plane 12, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Downloaded like 200 gigs of Ortho today. Have you encountered the issue where the whole mesh comes out flat? Some areas do, like Iceland is just flat. But what area is it, Emre? And is it everywhere? Or is it just certain areas that is flat? Calum, yeah, that is maybe the one example, but even then, people should be keeping a safe distance, you know. But yeah, I've seen people disconnect brake lights and slam. Yeah, that's terrible scam. But yeah, maybe that's the one instance where it is actually their fault. Hey, N1, welcome. With a nice sunrise using your beautiful sky colours earlier in the stream. We're descending nicely towards Nadi. It's way off in the distance, still can't see it. Well, it's over 100 miles away, so. I think everywhere at lows, low. Oh, really? Oh no, that's an issue. If you send me your Ortho for XP settings, I'll take a look and see if there's any issue there. If you just send it to me on Discord or something. What you could do as well is go into your Ortho for XP folder and delete all the cache, like the terrain cache, the mesh cache, all of that sort of stuff. But yeah, send me a DM on Discord and we'll try and get that sorted. N1, absolutely, yeah. Been using it since you released it. It's fantastic. It really is. Yes, Skylar, that's exactly, yeah, exactly. Some of the things that kept people on X-Plane are getting worse. That is very true. I have a huge concern over the streaming aspect. because I've already had issues with Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 with it streaming, scenery data, and now it's streaming it a lot more. And I think it's going to put a huge strain on a lot of people's internet. And on top of that, if I'm streaming to YouTube while also streaming Microsoft Flight Sim, I really don't know how my internet is going to keep up with that, to be honest. So it's a concern I have. It definitely is a concern I have. As long as it's a stable simulator, no crashes, stuff like that, it should be okay. But I don't think we're going to get a stable simulator when it releases. It will take a while to mature. As did XP12, as did Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, you know. Yeah, we'll have to see about Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Exactly. I would rather have stuff locally on my PC. Like, I'm more than happy having 2 terabytes of Ortho on my PC. Rather than streaming, to be honest with you. Because a fast internet, like you say, is expensive. Internet is so expensive, especially in the UK. You can't always have, control. Sometimes the internet is just not available where you live. If you live in a more rural area, so you straight up have to move to upgrade, as it were, which is obviously not an option. No one's going to move house just to be able to run a flight sim. We'll see. We'll have to see. My internet is okay when I'm at uni. It's a little bit worse when I'm at home. So while I'm at uni, we might be okay, but I'm not sure how it will be when I'm moved back home and I'm on a slower internet connection. And you can't fly when you travel. Yeah. One of the beauty of X-Plane is you put it on a decent laptop, you can run it anywhere. You can run it on the plane if you want. Oh yeah, my uni internet is miles better than my internet at home. It really is. It's because here I'm in the city. A massive, student accommodation. There's probably 1,000 people living here. So they've got to have a very, very good internet provider. At home, I'm more rural. I'm sort of more in the countryside. So the internet isn't as good. It's not bad by any means. It's more than good enough to stream and stuff. Yeah, it's just not as good. Oh no, you got a maths test tomorrow. Oh well, good luck. I get low FPS only because I have the laptop hooked to a TV. I can imagine it running way better when I visit family for the holidays. Yeah. All right. Descending nicely here. Let's check out my charts. Looks like Navigraph may have gone down. I have to sign in again. Come on, Navigraph, what's going on? I know they updated today. I wonder if servers are having some issues. Oh, I think they updated it again while we've been on stream. Right. So we got our charts here. We don't really have any restrictions other than max 230 knots, 4,500 at Mach key, and then we've got our RNAV approach here. So nothing too crazy. Should be a nice approach though. Always fun doing a nice RNAV approach here. Nice last minute final turn. Should be pretty cool. Let's actually start getting our destination data in. So QNH 1015. Temperature is 26 degrees. We are lifetime live weather. We've got 160 at 4 knots. And that is variable between 130 and 190. Transition transition level, flat level 130, that's correct. And our minimums is 330 today. Perfect. Very nice. Always fun flying the Toliss. Well, flying any Toliss product, really. Great fun. I'm also going to get a fix in place here. So, November, Foxtrot, November. And we're doing runway 20. We go for our... no, actually, we won't do a 10. Because we're not doing an ILS approach. Let's do a 3 nautical mile fix, just for situational awareness. Alright. Sending nicely, looking good here. Plenty of fuel, still got 6 tons left. So, next stream, what would you guys like to see me fly? I am looking to get in, fly the A330 again, but we can, that'll be 4 streams in a row we've flown the A330, so, I've been enjoying the Aerobas Epic E1000, it's a nice turboprop aircraft similar to that of a TBM 930 or a Pilatus PC12, so do you want me to fly that maybe? You can do some flying in that, completely up to you guys. We will be more than likely in the in X-Plane. Or we could do the Duncan 777. We could, Skylar. Yeah, we could do that. Because we need to do the Duncan stream, and we need to do a Azul stream with the A330 as well. I've been doing a lot of flying into and out of Brazil with the Azul livery with this aircraft. We can also do the PAL because the cabin is pretty good. Yeah, we could. We could. Is that your livery as well, Skylar? Try to get some information before you get the Nvidia update for me. It made the control panel disappear and made a completely different system. Yeah, I'm going to look up the new Nvidia update, Antonio. Thank you very much for that, yeah. I'll look it up before I upgrade. For now, I think I'm going to stick to this because it's, well, working pretty well for me at the moment. I don't really like updating. Well, I used to keep my Nvidia up to date all the time, but now I tend to wait a little bit just because Nvidia updates recently have not been very good. You know, every 5 updates are bad and then you get 1 good one. My update is since I got a hold of in-flight menu. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, that is yours as well? Ooh, okay, yeah, we can use that then. That's cool. I'll have to check that out. I had no idea you had a PAL livery as well. Hey, Captain Alex, welcome. Can you show your settings? I absolutely can. Here is my settings I'm using. I do have a screenshot of them on my Discord as well, which I think I need to update as actually. So I'll do that. Maybe Nvidia started using AI to do updates into set coding will be obsolete at some point. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. Wouldn't be surprised. is that Discord link up to date? I know some people had issues with the link, and I can't remember if I changed it or not. So do let me know if that works. I think I did change it. I know some people said that the link that was from Nightbot was obsolete, so I think I replaced it, but let me know. If not, I'll do that. Hopefully that works. Hey, Sim Crashflyer, welcome. No worries at all. It was a little bit short notice on the stream. I only scheduled it like 2 hours before the stream started. Because I got back from uni quite late. Their prompt is probably optimized my P. Yeah, I've never used the automatic optimization for Nvidia. It's never done a good job for me. Link don't work. All right, I apologize. Let me update that now. I guess I forgot last time. I'll update it now. Can someone check, does the link in the description of the stream work? Alright, the Discord link for Nightbot has been updated. That should now work. Hopefully the one in the description doesn't work either. Oh, jeez. Okay, let me update that as well. Thank you very much, Captain Alex. I appreciate the help there. Alright, so that's updated as well then, in the description. They probably just told ChatGPT to optimize with... Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, probably. ChatGPT sometimes does a good job with code, sometimes it makes a mess. You got to be very careful with it. I've used it for some code before, but you got to... The prompts you have to give it have to be very specific. You have to give it really good prompts. Right, so hopefully all those links work. I'll have to check why they stopped working. I guess there's a time limit on them. I thought they were infinite. Like, I didn't think there was a time limit, but I'll have to go back and double check all my Discord links. Now it works. Fantastic. Welcome to the Discord, Captain Alex. So the explain settings... yeah, the explain settings in there is actually not up to date, the image, so I'll update that soon as well. There's a couple of things I gotta do on the Discord. I'll just use it to proofread, like yeah. There's a couple of cool things you can do, but yeah, you definitely gotta be careful. Especially for more technical things, I tend to just avoid it, because it always gives me wrong information. But for some basic things, it's okay. I mean, the amount of times it's done maths just straight up wrong, is quite concerning, to be honest. So yeah, definitely don't use it for any kind of maths. Can't wait for future generations to unironically say 9 plus 10 because, oh, I remember that. Making us feel old now, Skylar. They have no idea what they're actually saying. Yeah, 100%. Thanks for helping about the settings. You can, on a day when you are free, focus a little on Discord and put everything there to help the community. If you want help, I can help you. I will send you a message later. Captain Alex, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Yeah, 100%. At some point, I do want to not revamp the Discord. I'm quite happy with the Discord. If anyone has suggestions for the Discord, do let me know. But yeah, there's a little bit of maintenance I want to do on the Discord for sure. There's a little bit of maintenance I need to do. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. No, I was just saying there's a couple of other features I do want to add to the Discord, definitely. Discord streams. Oh god, Discord streams. What, in 720p at 30 FPS because we don't have nitro? But yeah, I'll add settings. I do want to add a list of I do want to add a list of my add-ons for both sims actually. So that's something I want to do. I'll probably do it on like an Excel spreadsheet or something. I guess that'd be the easiest way of doing it with links and all that. Like a mod list. Whether I'll include airports in that, I don't know because I have a lot of custom airports. So I'll have to see. But that's something I do want to do. Done, you can do HD streams. Oh, I didn't even realize. Thank you. You boosted the server. Hey, Skylar, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. I guess now we can do HD streams on Discord. I'll send you a message in a bit. I really like your stream. I've been following you for a while, but this is the 4th stream I've watched. Fantastic, yeah. For sure, send a message. Again, if you have any feedback, do let me know. Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying the streams, absolutely. Right, so actually we can go to local QNH now, which it was 1015, so set that as we descend nicely into Fiji here. I don't think we've ever flown to Fiji at all, actually. I don't think I've ever flown here even just, you know, off stream. You can start to see it in the distance. I'm going to just get lossless scaling back up and running here. Tuvalu landing challenge. Yeah, we need to do a landing challenge stream actually. That's a good idea. There's so many ideas for streams I had even before I took a little break because of uni work. So yeah, there's a lot to come on the channel. Need to find time to get it done. I've got like a week sort of off. I don't have too much work. And then I've got a load of work until like mid-December. But then after that, you know, sort of in late December and January, I should be more free to do some more streams and videos and stuff. got the message, Alex. I'll take a look at that after the stream. Thank you very much. Alright, so there's 10,000. Let's go down to 5. And I'm just going to take a look at my chart. I don't think we really have... we don't have any restrictions on the star other than we need to be above 4,500. And then on the RMP, so by Mach key here, we need to be, above 4,500, 230 knots. Max 230 knots, and that's when our nav approach starts essentially. So let's set 4,500 here and let it let the VNav do its thing. Really, why is Nightbot deleting more messages? I can see that message is fine. Skylar. You've got CYHE, RPUO, NGFU, EGLC, REP, RPEN. The only airport I recognize out of all of those is EGLC. I'll have to take a look at all those other airports. But yeah, that seems like a pretty cool list. I'll have to take a look. Maybe get some practice in. Yeah, I'm going to need to update the Nightbot settings as well. Nightbot is a bit trigger happy on removing comments, unfortunately. Especially when there's a lot of capital letters in a row, it doesn't like it. So I'll have to remove it. Or remove that restriction. Then CYWH and CYHC if you want seaplane ops. Ooh. I don't think we have a... Do we have a seaplane in X-Plane? I'm just trying to think. I think you get a default Cessna 172, right? Which has floats on it. And then I think there's a... There must be some payware. Yeah, I was going to say the Thunder C28, yeah. We'll have to take a look. I've never done any seaplane ops. That's a good idea as well, actually. I have been enjoying flying in Canada, like really northern Canada. I did, I guess it's not super north, but I did Thompson to Winnipeg the other day in the Epic Key 1000. Creator of Enhanced Skyscapes includes add-on for free because he said he didn't have much time to work on it. It's fantastic and it's very good in X-Plane 12. Does it work for X-Plane 12? I thought that was only for X-Plane 11. But yeah, I saw that it's gone free. The Laminar Research hired the dev, didn't they? Oh, okay. If it's for X-Plane 12 as well, I'll have to take a look. I know that it looked very good in X-Plane 11 for sure. And none of the developers hired him. They hired Mr. X6 as well, our good friend, Justin. We interviewed him just recently on the channel. And they've gone ahead and hired him, which is fantastic. Great that Laminar is hiring these amazing developers. Harbour Air is cool because they fly Beavers. Those are like 70, 75 years old. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I do like flying the old aircraft. I do. We'll have to take a look at some of these different options for some streams. Can send images. Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're going IFR for like, well, Captain's IFR, First Officer still VFR. For a little while. As you go through this little cloud here. Alright, so I think airport is over. Is that it? No, that's not. There's the airport over there. You can see why we have this RNAV approach these mountains. Look at this. This is all auto. It looks fantastic. Really nice. Follow download is downloaded the zip and the key. I see. I'll have to take a look, yeah. Weather is rigged. FO paid the gods, yeah. My last flight lesson we had, so our circuit height is 1,000 foot QFE, and we had cloud at 1,000 foot QFE, so we had to fly at 900 for the circuits instead. but we were like skimming the clouds. We were just low enough to maintain VFR. That was kind of fun. Sometimes had to drop down to 800 depending on what the clouds were doing. I think the work they did in making it available for free is incredible. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. 100%. So looks like we're slowing down nicely. We got a decel point there. And then yeah, we'll follow the RNAV in. Should be a nice approach. We're all pretty much set up. Should be good to go here. Arm the speed brake. All our lights are on. All the seatbelt signs can go on. And all right. Get ready here. So we're gonna decel. Don't want our landing systems on, do we? So we're gonna level off here for a second. Yeah, I don't think I've ever flown to Nadi in Fiji. This is pretty cool. Got some nice orthos made for here, I guess, so we don't have to use ortho. Alright, there we are. Slowing down now. I'm gonna go to 200 should be fine. We've got manual speed. By the way, I'm the developer of Vertex Q200. You know how I am for the project. Yeah, I saw that what happened. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I was keeping an eye on that for sure. Unfortunate that the project didn't progress any further. I was struggling my decision making if both the AX and Lineage 1000 released at the same time. Yeah, the Lineage is looking good. I saw some X-Craft previews. That's looking pretty good as well. Right, so this is the start of our RNAV approach. So we should start getting can't enable that just yet. Okay, so go down to 2,800 then, I guess. Where's our deviation files? I'm going to go down to 180 because it's a slippy aircraft. Actually, I'm not sure it's done the RNAV approach properly. What's it doing? That doesn't look correct at all. RNAV, we definitely had the RNAV. Oh no, oh no, we selected the wrong thing. We need RNAV 20 selected. Uh-oh. Right, well, let's fix this approach then. Make a left turn. We had the wrong approach selected. Whoops. We'll fix it up though. So we'll go FN 664. You need to be at 3350. So we'll just do that for now. Okay, that's fine. Go flap 1.
Speed check, flaps 1.
Pretty sure we can salvage this. Yeah, that approach didn't look right at all. Because we had the complete wrong approach selected. I was wondering why we didn't have our, RNAV deviation, but now we have them. My fault. Should have checked the flight plan, shouldn't we? Interesting what they mean by changing materials. If we can get any material texture and add without modifying it, that would be insane. Is that for the Lineage? I'm excited to see what they can bring to that because it is obviously basically an E-jet, but private. So I'd be interested to see what changes they implement. Right, so Let's go. Where's our on-nav approach gone? Has it disappeared again? On-nav 20. What is happening with our on-nav approach? Why is it not? Not entirely sure why we can't implement our on-nav approach. We do something like that. There we are, and now go back to an on-nav 20. Alright, now, alright, we've got our on-nav approach back. Jeez, this is messy. We tried, yeah, funny Joe. We tried turning it off and on again. Right. Let's make a right turn here and salvage the approach. Welcome, Joe. Alright, I'm just going to turn terrain radar on very quickly because I don't want to. Gotta see where we're going here. I think we should be okay. I'm gonna go flaps 2.
Speed check, flaps 2.
Make a little 180 here, back to FN 664. Don't know why it, obviously we didn't select it properly first and then it sort of disappeared, but we have, I think, sorted it out. And we'll go direct to FN 664.
2,500.
Where is FN 664?
2,000.
Right, so direct. Slow it down to 160. Okay. I think we should be good now. Want to approach nav. It's blue because it still thinks we're in go around mode. Oh, final, we've got approach nav. Where's our deviation bars? Let's see if this starts descending. Let's see. I'm not convinced. All right. Disconnect the autopilot. We're going manual. hood. What was our final approach speed? 135. Alright, yeah, so. Kind of screwed that on-nav approach up. Go gear down.
Gear down.
Because I didn't select the RNAV correctly, and then we tried to salvage it and it just didn't work. So, completely my fault. Toliss does indeed, the Toliss does fly RNAV approaches just fine, normally. I've done plenty of RNAV approaches on the A330, it's normally okay. That's just completely my fault. But hey, I guess we're going for a nice visual landing here. Yeah, I had enough of autopilot. I had too much time in my Cessna 152, right? Want to do some manual flying. And flaps full.
Speed check. Flaps full.
Got the runway in sight. Think we're a bit high. Yeah, exactly. We're practicing for the landing challenges. That is exactly what we're doing. We're a little bit fast, but we should slow up a little bit. Alright, got the runway in sight. We're looking good here. Bit high. I think we might overshoot a little bit. Yeah. Right, so they'll fix this approach. We're so fast still. This aircraft is so slippery.
500. 400. 100 above. 300 minimum.
I'm gonna put it into a bit of a slip. See if we can get it slowed down.
200.
Yeah, we're fast, but
100.
hey, it's fine.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Spoilers.
Well, it wasn't a bad landing in the end, even if it was fast. Not on VATSIM, no. Oh, right.
70 knots.
Well, approach was terrible, landing was okay in the end. Right. Now I gotta get my airport shots up. Alright, come on, keep it going. Yeah, very fast. This aircraft is incredibly slippery. It's very slippery, it really is. Where is... Okay, so we gotta turn around. Hey Oliver, welcome. Yeah, no worries with the help with the scenery. Always happy to help. Right, terrain radar can go off. Flaps can come up. Get the APU going here, and we'll take a look at the replay. Yeah, I tried to put it in a slip at the very end there, to try and bleed a little bit of speed off, but it still didn't really do too much. Yeah, if it's slippery, it's because of all the grease you laid down with the landing. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, landing was okay in the end, just very fast. Definitely would have been a go around in real life. 100% would have been a go around in reality. Alright, so nice big turning circle here. Got some runway lighting in the way, but that's fine. Tobii eye tracker does help massively, especially for those kind of approaches. It really does. Just been able to so easily look to the left and you know, to the left and look at the runway there, especially for the visual approach. All right, well, we're gonna now backtrack almost all the way back up here. So let's try and we'll be quick about it. Wish I could bring my Tobii on vacation with me. Yeah, it's once you fly with it, it's very difficult to fly without it. There's no speed restriction on the runway, right? So we can southwest taxi this, I'm pretty sure. Just 'cause I don't want to be taxiing here for the next 10 minutes. It doesn't make for a very entertaining stream. There we are, 50 knots GS, I should be okay. Sounds are very nice though. That thumping of the landing gear, so good. What I've heard from real world Airbus pilots as well, A330 pilots, very realistic. Right, as we're taxiing here, we will get the predicted wind shear stuff off. Come on. They need to make the click. Oh god. They need to make the click spots bigger. We're going off-roading in an A330, guys. They need to make the click spots a little bit bigger for these switches because it's so difficult to get them. Landing light, nose light to taxi. Strobes can come off once we're on the runway. Once we're off the runway. TCAS. There we are. Alright, so terminal is off there to our right. What a beautiful place though, look at this. With some nice custom orthos, I think it'll look even better. Ortho looks great, but with a nice custom elevation data and some custom orthos, it'll look even better. We'll take this next exit. All default airport, by the way. Very nice. Looks like Traffic Global doesn't have any aircraft for this area, unfortunately. Start the APU, strobes off. There we are. Alright, fantastic. And we'll go straight to this gate right in front of us. That should do just fine. So, runway turn off lights, taxi light off. Because we're going straight to this gate over here. Brake fan. Hopefully we get a marshaller. You hear the APU gen switching there. No marshaller, I guess. Hello. Hello, Imagining Flies. Handbrake drifter in. Should have seen our approach, it was pretty bad. Anyway, Right, parking brake on. We're on APU. And engines off. And there it is. Welcome to Fiji. Oh, we do have a Fiji. Look at that 737 MAX over there. Beautiful. Alright, let's take a look at the replay. I'll just end the flight on Volanta here. Volanta says minus 138 on the landing rate. So let's take a look at the replay of the landing here. I think the landing itself was okay. Alright. Yeah, so not the best approach, but the landing itself was okay in the end. There it is. They fixed the landing animation as well, it's a lot nicer. There it goes. For reverse thrust. Tom, thank you very much for the super chat. Get on Stardew. I will. Give me a second. Alright, take a look at a few more of these landings. Alright. Beautiful with the mountain there in the background. I guess that's Mount Fiji. One would presume, considering this is Fiji. Yeah, not a bad landing in the end. Beautiful. Mango Studio Soundpack making a massive difference. Listen to those reverses. Beautiful. And alright, one more. And then we'll call it a day. I'll probably be back tomorrow or Friday. Streaming again. We'll have to see. Yeah, look at that crab. Well, we had a tried to slip it in, didn't we? Yeah, off the center line, but we kind of fixed it a little bit in the end. You see the runway slope? Look at that. This is what I love by X-Plane. The runway slopes, so good. Until there's a step, that's not particularly good. But yeah, that is that's it for the Toliss A330 stream with the. Did we have XP? We had XP Realistic off, didn't we, the whole time? Whoops. Oh well. So yeah, that was the Mango Studios A330 sound pack with the Toliss A330. If you did want to pick it up, you can get 15% off using code Drishal from the Mango Studios store. Link is in the description and is also in the pinned comment. Rookie error, yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, there we are. Almost stopped on the runway. But there we are. Lovely. This lovely sort of zoom out view. Dumb. Alright. Oh, they're all here. They're all here. Hello, guys. Alright, well, we're going to end the stream here then. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll be back either tomorrow or on Friday. We'll have to see. Same time, 1800 Zulu. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.